Hello, I am Saida from Marrakesh. Today we are going to prepare couscous with tafaya. Let's start with soaking the chickpeas. Add water to the chickpeas. The chickpeas need to be soaked in water for an entire night. I have already soaked the chickpeas I will be using overnight. They absorb all the water by morning. The first thing we are going to do is cut the onions. We add the onions to have a tasty, thick sauce at the end. Discard the peel. Next, chop the onions like this. I cut it like this so it melts and makes the sauce thicker. The onions are now chopped. Grab a bowl to transfer the onions in. The onions are finely chopped. Let's grab the stock pot to cook the sauce. Here it is. We place the meat first in the pot. The meat is already washed. We are using beef. Next, add the chickpeas. We have added the chickpeas that we have previously soaked. Add the finely chopped onions. Now that you added the meat, the chickpeas, and the onions, let's add the parsley and cilantro. Wrap the herbs with a clean kitchen twine. We tie them so the bouquet does not break up while cooking. Place the bouquet of parsley and cilantro in the pot. Add smen, which is traditional Moroccan fermented butter. Add 1 teaspoon of fermented butter. Add some saffron threads too. For the saffron threads, we use a simple technique. Just gently crush it between the palms of our hands, directly into the pot. Then add salt. Ginger, ground black pepper, ground saffron, paprika, extra virgin olive oil, vegetable oil, add water, let everything cook. Place the pot with all the ingredients on the stove. Once on the stove, turn on the heat. Now that you have turned on the heat, stir using a spoon. Keep combining the meat with the other ingredients so that all the flavors and spices penetrate the meat. Place the steamer basket on top of the stock pot and allow it to warm up. Next, we are going to prepare the couscous. Take the couscous and place it on a large plate. We are using fine-grained couscous. Coat the couscous with olive oil. The olive oil softens the couscous. Rub the oil all over the couscous. It will give the couscous a nice olive oil flavor. Next, add some salt. We use all of this salt for this amount of couscous. Mix the couscous to evenly distribute the salt. Now that we have added salt and oil, we will add some water too. Let's hydrate the couscous with water. We only add a little water because we will add more water as we steam the couscous. The couscous will turn sticky if you add too much water right now. Add just a little water in this step, and then we will add more after each round of steaming. This is the right amount of water to rehydrate the couscous right now. Then, after steaming it, I will add more water. Here is the couscous after we added olive oil, salt, and water. In the meantime, let's move to preparing the vegetables for the couscous. I will use carrots and pumpkin. We use these sweet vegetables because they pair well with onions and raisin mixture, which we call tafaya. After peeling the carrots, wash them. Rinse them well. Discard the water. Then let's chop the carrots. Then we can start cooking them. Cut the carrots into long pieces so that they maintain their shape when served on top of the couscous. Do not remove the core of the carrots. Let's now grab the pumpkin that goes with the carrots. Cut off the core of the pumpkin. Grab the pot and place the carrots in it. Take the lid off. The carrots are cut and ready. Add olive oil, some salt, black pepper, and water. We will add the pumpkin after the carrots start to soften. Carrots take longer than the pumpkin to cook. That is why you should put the carrots to cook first. Place the pot on the heat and cook the carrots. After coating the couscous with oil, water, and salt, start rubbing it with your hands to break apart the grains and prevent them from clumping. It's normal to have clumping in your couscous. You just need to keep rubbing it with your hands to break them apart. Grab the steamer basket. This is the one I will be using. Place the couscous in it. Once the steam comes through the steamer pot, remove the couscous and add more water. Make sure to not add too much water so that the couscous doesn't become too sticky. There are different ways to prepare couscous. Today we are making couscous with tafaya. Other popular couscous dishes include couscous with vegetables. There are also spicy variations. Couscous with tafaya is sweet. After we transfer the couscous to the steamer basket, we will place it on the stock pot. When the couscous steams for a bit, we remove it from the steamer and place it again on the large plate. Let's now soak the raisins. Let them soak for a few minutes. We add water to the raisins to rehydrate them. Let's grab some onions and chop them. You need to slice the onions into small pieces, place them in the pot, season them, and let them caramelize. The caramelized onions are what we call tafaya. Once you have peeled the onions, wash them. Thinly slice the onions so that they easily melt and caramelize. After we chop the onions, we are going to season them and then place them in the pot. Put the onions in the pot. This large quantity of onions will reduce in size as soon as it starts cooking. Let's season the onions with some salt. Add some ground cinnamon, cinnamon sticks too, add sugar. You can substitute the granulated sugar with sugar cubes if you prefer. Add about 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, some olive oil, we add just a bit of water since the onions release water too. We add just enough water so that the onions will not stick and burn. We have closed the pot. Grab the pot of tafaya and place it on the stove. Place it over high heat, then reduce the heat to low once the water starts to evaporate. Let's now check on the couscous. If the steam comes through the couscous, then the couscous is perfectly steamed and cooked. The couscous here has steamed. The couscous is now ready after the first round of steaming. Transfer it to a large plate. Let's add water to the stock pot. It needs more water because the chickpeas absorbed most of the liquid. We need to keep a lot of sauce since it will be served with the couscous. Place the steamer basket back on top of the stock pot. Stir until the couscous is cool to the touch. Keep on cooling down the couscous, then we'll add the water. Then coat it with smen before placing it in the steamer. We have done the first round of steaming, and our couscous is now cool. We add just a little water, not too much. We are using fine semolina couscous grains. This is one of the most popular semolina grains. We add just enough water to hydrate the couscous. Now let it absorb the water for about 5 minutes. Then we will steam it again. The first round of steaming takes about 20 minutes. The next one takes about 15 minutes. We let the carrots cook for a bit, then we add the pumpkin, so they cook evenly. Now we add the pumpkin. When you add pumpkin to the carrots, make sure to add some water. Now that we added the pumpkin, it will cook through at the same rate as the carrots. We will now add raisins to the tafaya. After soaking the raisins, drain them. We soak the raisins and rinse them. Now we are going to add them to the onions. The onions have cooked down, so time to add the raisins. Stir to check if the onions have cooked down. I will add a little bit of water. The onions need to brown. As long as they haven't started to brown, we keep adding water. Once the water evaporates, keep stirring until the onions are caramelized. The onions are about to be ready. Let's place again the couscous in a large bowl. Break the grains apart to avoid clumpings. The first couscous steaming takes about 20 minutes. The second steaming takes about 15 minutes. You can add olive oil or smen to taste to the steamed couscous after the second round of steaming. If you don't want a strong flavor in the couscous, you can coat it with just butter. Do this during the last round of steaming when you want to serve the couscous. In this recipe, we are going to coat it with smen. It tastes delicious. The couscous has completed its second round of steaming. It is now ready. We are going to place it back in the steamer basket. Let's check on the stock pot. We add water since some of it has evaporated. We add water to get more sauce to serve along with the couscous. The added water will be flavored with all the seasoning in the pot. We'll now let the couscous steam for the second time. As I've mentioned, the first round of steaming takes the longest. The second steaming takes just 15 minutes. Let's check on the carrots and pumpkin. Both are cooked through. Turn off the heat. Let's check on the tafaya now. The tafaya has caramelized and cooked through. Let's turn off the heat. It's all ready. The couscous has completed the second round of steaming. Place it in the large plate. We fluff the couscous, drizzle it with water, then coat it with smen. After the second steaming, we will add some water. Make sure to mix it with a spoon since it is very hot. This is the third steaming round that the couscous has completed. Semolina couscous doesn't need a lot of water. You just need to add the right amount. Now that we added water, add smen while it's still hot. This is enough for this couscous. We add the fermented butter to melt under the hot temperature of the couscous. Use your hands and mix well. It is essential to add smen to the couscous because it gives such a nice taste. We drizzled the couscous with water in the second round of steaming. We added smen. Let's set it aside to absorb. I am going to move to grate the tomatoes. Grab the grater. Add the tomatoes. For extra sauce, add more water whenever you notice that the broth has reduced. We need extra sauce to pour it over the couscous. This is the third round of steaming. The couscous doubles in size every time you drizzle it with water. Now it will fill all of the steamer basket. The water and steam help the couscous swell. We prepare couscous for weddings, family gatherings, or engagement parties. The sweetness of the couscous with tafaya represents festivity for Moroccan families. It is not spicy at all, everything sweet. This sweet couscous is mostly served during special occasions. Let's get back to the couscous. This is the last steaming round the couscous goes through. You can turn off the heat now. The couscous is all ready. The 3 steaming rounds help the couscous become soft and delicious. If you skipped a steaming round, the couscous might not be fully cooked through and it might make you sick to eat it. You can have a stomachache because of that. Place back the steamer basket on the stock pot. I will cool down the couscous. We will now transfer the couscous to the serving plate. The couscous is ready. Place it on the plate. The couscous is all ready. Let's add the sauce to the couscous. Now that everything is ready, we are going to remove the bouquet of herbs and discard it. Next, scoop up the meat. The meat is very tender. We have now placed the meat on top of the couscous. Let's serve vegetables. The carrots and pumpkin are cooked through. We have now plated the carrots and pumpkin. I will add in the chickpeas from the sauce. Couscous with tafaya is best with chickpeas, carrots, and pumpkin. Now that we have added the chickpeas on top, grab the tfaya pot and put aside the stock pot. Add it on top of the couscous too. We put it on top like this. Now that you added tafaya, you can ladle the sauce again all around the couscous. You can put the sauce in a bowl and add it to the couscous whenever you want to. Add as much sauce as you want and keep the sauce in a bowl whenever someone wants extra sauce. The couscous with tafaya is ready. If it is a bit dry, you can add sauce from the bowl whenever you want to. Enjoy!